Hello, everyone. My name is Nerdbuilder. I'd like to welcome you back into another episode of MineColonies. I hope you're having a great day so far. So, something different you probably can tell right from the start is that we are now fully decked out in diamond armor, and you can tell we have some enchantments on there. More on that in just a little bit, but I just wanted to give an update before we move on to today's build for some updates that have come in the colony. So we'll start down here because the majority of our live streams this past week were spent on kind of digging out a little bit more our storage area down here. And you could see now, I kind of dug out this side where we have chests going all the way up. So it's not broken down completely for like, one chest per item. In these instances, it is for items that we had a lot of. But, I kind of just created, and I'll show right over here, an overflow chest for those items that we were, that we don't really have enough of to justify making their own. But for the first time in a long time, we only have one double chest on the surface that's out in the middle of our town. So we kind of cleaned up our town a little bit with all those extra chests that were taking up space there. So we have a little bit more sorting to do. I want to move some other things around because in here we mostly just have a lot of weapons and other tools, and then we have the random guard tower block. So I'll probably be looking to do some further moving around of our storage area. Again, it's just a manual storage area, but it was getting kind of hectic, and it's one of those things like it felt better to kind of clean everything up and have it somewhat organized so it's a little bit easier to find instead of just having everything in a bunch of chests. So for the first time ever over here, you could see that we have a wide open space here because we used to have our furnaces, and we had an anvil and a crafting table and stuff and a couple chests, but that is all gone. And over here behind our other guard tower, that is gone as well. And yeah, I'm very happy with that. It's a project that I've really been, wanting to do for a long time, uh, around here. So I'm very happy that it ended up working out. So other than that, we focused a lot on the storage the past week. We didn't really upgrade anything. I know coming up we'll be looking to do some upgrades to the barracks and start upgrading probably the warehouse. Because again, another issue I've been having, which I believe I touched on in the last episode, is that our warehouse has been filling up a lot. And we've been getting like the message, and yeah, so you can see on the bottom there, the warehouse is full, please upgrade it. So they've been picking up a lot of eggs, it would appear, and I'm thinking they're getting them from our chicken farm when the guards are running past them. That's the only reason I can think of, because we don't have a chicken farm. So these eggs are coming from somewhere, and that's where I think that they're coming from. And, we have like over 2,000 eggs in there, which I've tried to sort out. And we've gone to the restaurant and taught the chef there to essentially bake the eggs, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing that they can do. But the warehouse has still been pretty tied up, so we're gonna have to expand it. I'm gonna probably be going through during the week too and like trying to empty it out, because it kind of slows everything down where the courier can't really pick them up. The other thing I need to do, which I never really set up, I didn't really touch, but I think we're going to start doing it for each individual work block, is you could set the minimum inventory. Here it is, minimum stock. So for example, this is number of like 64 stacks. So again, we're getting a lot of oak and spruce wood, for example. So yeah, we're going to do a lot more I'm going to try to keep a couple stacks here so that way it's not taking up space in the warehouse. I still have to set this up for our other buildings, but I think we're going to start doing that to try to help preserve space. And it looks like he might need an axe, so I'll circle back on that. But that way it would maybe help a little bit more, especially with some of these buildings that have higher output, like the lumberjack here, or our miner, or even our fisherwoman, because again, our restaurant is actually running out of space, which is a good problem to have because we have more than enough food. So certain things to keep in mind that, I'm going to be going around and doing that. And I definitely recommend it because, again, the warehouse situation has been kind of tough because, the eggs are taking up so much space, and it's incredibly difficult to manage. So we're going to have to figure something out in the short term. It looks like she may also need a fishing rod as well over here. But yeah, so, around the time when we built the enchanting tower, you can see in the background, it's up to level 3 now, which it wasn't that difficult to upgrade. But, I put out some shorts with, kind of a look on the inside and what is needed to upgrade them. They didn't look too bad. That bee's making me very nervous, just kind of hovering there. But yeah, so a while back, I had cleared out this space here because the project that the building, I should say, that I really wanted to have constructed here was the Nether mine. And for the reason that we could start making potions, and our spot in the Nether, unfortunately, isn't the greatest. And with some of the mods, the Nether has become an even more deadly place to go. So the Nether miner to me would be a good addition, because that way, we could start to get some of the items from the Nether without actually having to go to the Nether that much to get them. It is a high risk job, but I think, it's something that's going to be good for our colony to be able to start, brewing some potions in that. So I cleared out a space next to our existing miner right over here. So I figure we'll put it in right here. Now, there is a caveat, before you can do this. So you actually need to do the appropriate research at the university, which recently, I had set up and concluded. The one thing that's difficult with the research is that you need 3 gilded blackstone, which means you need to find a bastion in the Nether, which in my case was over 500 blocks away. So I had already installed a mod that allowed you to create a obsidian boat, which definitely helped a lot because I had a few close calls while trying to get there by foot. And, I just figured the boat would be a lot easier, and we were able to get some gilded blackstone from there and some gold, luckily. But just as a note too, so like if you do want to do the Nether mine, you need to have, where is it? Oh, here it is. It's already researched. That's fine. The open Nether research, which the reason we did the enchanting tower when we did was we needed a level 3 enchanter's tower to do the more scrolls research. So in order to even get to the open the Nether, we needed to get the enchanter's tower, which we have at level 3. And, we needed some, I believe it was just paper, a ancient tome, and some lapis lazuli for the research on the more scrolls. And then, like I said, you need 3 gilded blackstone blocks, which unfortunately the only way that I'm aware of any way to get them is from a bastion in the Nether. So you'll have to find a bastion there. So it does unlock once we're able to, once we got that, and it's about an hour to do the research. So we do have the prerequisite done. And the one thing I forgot to grab is we're going to need some obsidian. So of course, we're going to have to craft the block for the Nether mine. So let me just grab, I have some obsidian in here. Excellent. We'll just grab the whole stack. And I forgot, I took away the craft. Oh, actually, we have a crafting table down this way, I believe. I forgot, I'm so used to having the crafting table up there. I had put one down. That's right, I put one down. Again, recently just moved everything. So, but yeah, so let's head on down here, and let me make sure, because we will need. Okay, great. Here we go. We will need some logs, of course. So let's go ahead and let me break some of these down, but let's build the block here. So what it'll be is we'll put some oak planks around the edges. Oh, an extra one there by mistake. And we just need the 1 obsidian in the middle and our build tool. And you can see we get right here the Nether mine, and we get the new recipes unlocked for it. So you can see it's kind of cool. It has that little Nether portal on the table, and then I like the little pigman skull, on the table there. So looking pretty cool. So we're going to try to fit it in over here. But just one more thing before we do. So, the Nether miner is not going to go into the Nether per the MineColonies wiki, but I believe that there will be a functioning Nether portal there that you can enter through. So we do have a Nether portal. It's a little bit off behind that hill over there. And the spot's not that great, so I'll be interested to see what it looks like, where we end up in the Nether over here. It probably will be relatively close to our other portal if I had to guess. Um, but, of course, with all the other builds, it depends on what level your miner is as the type of goods that they're going to bring back. And of course, there's a whole list on the MineColonies wiki, which, is a great resource and definitely recommend checking it out. But at a level 1, they can retrieve a blaze rod, ender pearl, gas tier, gold ingot, gold nugget, gravel, gunpowder, leather, magma cream, nether quartz, nether rack, pork chop, rotten flesh, soul sand, and soul soil. So those are all the level 1 items. So pretty good amount. Level 2, they can of course grab all the items from below, plus, brown mushroom, crimson fungus, crimson nylium, crimson stem, glowstone, nether wart, and red mushroom, which we really want that nether wart as well. Level 3, of course, all the items before, plus basalt, warped fungus, warped nylium, and warped stem. Level 4, of course, everything before, and then they can actually bring back blackstone and nether gold ore. And level 5, all items from the previous levels, plus ancient debris, which would be cool to, have some to make a netherite armor. And that, so, but level 5's a little ways away from doing it. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and hopefully this will fit into this space. I'm not sure how big this build is going to be. I'm hoping to, kind of have this area all fitted out here with items. And as always, there will be some flashing when we place the block down here. So if you are sensitive to flashes, I would definitely recommend looking away until we complete placing the block. So let's go ahead and we'll use our build tool. All right, and I think we'll go with a stone. The stone's been kind of if we have the option, actually. Nordic. All right, we might have to go with the wooden one, actually. All right, so let's see how big this gets. Wow, take a look from the outside. Oh, that's really cool. That looks really, wow. A really colorful build. All right, so let's... All right, and this should also be at a level 5. Yeah, here. Okay, so it doesn't get that big, so we can kind of bring this back a little bit more. There we go. And I think the front... Actually, I should make sure the front entrance was over here. Yeah, it should be. Okay, actually, this is perfect. This perfectly fits right in. I might give a little bit of space between these ones. I think they're relatively lined up as well. Let me see. Actually, we might bring this back just a little bit more. There we go. That's pretty cool. It's going to have like some of the, nether type, blocks on the ground there. That's going to be a cool thing there. All right, this looks pretty even. So let's go ahead and place this down. Good. We got it within a good area here, I think. Not going to have to really clear anything out. So, all right, let's take a look and see here at the block. So you can also set the food. Apple jelly toast. Wow. You can also set the food that they can have, because obviously they're probably going to go through a little bit more food because they can take damage through there. I'm not sure if you can assign a guard to go through to the nether with them. I know you can with the regular mine. I'll have to take a little bit more of a look into that. But let's take a look here at the build options. So, you got the oak plank, spruce stairs, crafting table, rack, cobblestone torch, spruce slab, oak slab, stripped oak log, oak trapdoor, obsidian, oak log, and oak stairs. So, of course, the obsidian for the portal. And yeah, so nothing too difficult. So I think we are going to assign Maddox to do this one, I believe. So let's go ahead and build this one. So not too much material. I do want to get this one upgraded relatively soon as well. I'm not sure if we'll get to it in this episode, but, we're definitely going to get to it probably sometime in one of the upcoming live streams, because it'd be nice to have them bringing back some more valuable material, for our colony here. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're actually going to step out again, as always. And Maddox will probably get started on the build relatively quickly. It's not that much material, it doesn't look like, as a level 1, so it probably won't be too difficult of a build. And what we'll do is we'll come back in, we'll take a look at each of the little menu items there. And yeah, we'll do a closing and we'll take a look at the build. And maybe even we could try to go through to the Nether perhaps as well. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So yeah, not that big of a build, to be honest. Like it's a pretty decent like size lengthwise and that, but I do like the look of it. It goes all the way back here, but I do like the look of it. Pretty basic, but I think it's a cool build. And then you can see on the inside here, of course, we have the Nether portal, which has not yet been lighted, and no one has asked for a flint and steel yet. So I'm not sure if our our Nether person here can light it for us, but he has asked for a few things. So I was just getting them prepared really quickly before starting the second part of the episode here. But he wanted some leggings and a helmet, 30 torches, 16 ladder, a chest plate, which I was able to get it. Unfortunately, it looks like something got dropped off, but we can at least give the rest of the stuff here. All right, so it looks like he should have everything that he needs. Where'd he go? There he is. Does he need something else? Okay, he needs an axe. Okay, and he does need a flint and steel and a shovel. Okay. So let's see. I do have some cobblestone. I'm not sure if he can use iron because, again, it is a level 1 build there, but a lot of people need a lot of things. So we needed an axe. But I do have some stone, so let's try to do... I think he said an axe. And I'll make a pickaxe too. And I think he needed a shovel. There we go. All right, let's see if I'm forgetting anything. And if he could take iron, even better, but I'm not sure that he can at this level. So, okay, here we go. Axe. Okay, the flint and steel, that's what I just forgot. And edible food. I guess we can fulfill that. And even needs a sword. All right, let's see the... What did he take? Okay, so he took the stone ones. Okay, so at this point, just we'll make a sword really quickly and a flint and steel. So we'll have to run and get some flint very quickly. So let's just head on over to our storage area right now. But I'm curious to see. I'm hoping that he's going to light the portal on the episode here just to see. And then we'll take a look, of course, at the GUI there. And then also, while I was waiting for the build, I had our second builder building another house because it upgraded a house and built another house. All right, I'll take the whole bunch there. So we did have a new birth. We are up to 23 citizens now. I checked right before the episode here, so we are getting pretty close to 25, which I believe we can have a population in excess of 25 because we did do the research. I'm not sure what the maximum number is at this time, however. So all right, let's make a sword. So we'll do a stone one for now, and then we also need a flint and steel. Great. All right, so hopefully that'll be everything that he needs. He is right over here. There we go. All right, and so let's see if that's everything. I like the outfit too for the worker too. It looks very like adventurous or like an adventurer. All right, here we go. He might be going to light it, so let's... Oh, maybe not. Thinking about it. All right, so we gave him some food. There he goes. All right, and he lit it, and there he goes through. So we'll see what he comes back with. I'll probably give an update in the next video, as to how things are going here. But yeah, so he doesn't, and just as a reminder, he doesn't actually go into the Nether. So we could go through there. But, and, normally I would, but we don't have enough. I always like to carry extra cobblestone because, just in case we get attacked the minute we step through. But, we should be able to use this as a functioning Nether portal. And I believe you can also, let's take a look at the GUI here. So first, let's just look at upgrading it to level 2 because that's something I've been interested in doing in the very near future here. So looks like a couple lanterns, which we did steal some from some pirate raids. Magenta brick extra shingles. Interesting. Okay. All right, some purple. Okay, and a blast furnace. All right, so a little bit more complicated, at least with the magenta. I don't think we've had magenta dye before. But yeah, so we'll probably look to upgrade that, very shortly. And, again, it looks like you could teach some custom recipes here. So with the gold ingots, and then they can make lava, you can craft lava buckets. So you could set the minimum stock, which I've started doing with some of our builds to try to help with our issue at the warehouse to try to slow up and help our courier too, who's been running every which way to try to help out a little bit more. But you can also see here, you do have the option to close the portal on return. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to wander through it. Right now, I guess it's going to have to be a wait and see type thing if maybe he should be closing it on the way coming back in. So that way no one goes wandering through, especially like mostly the guards, that they don't go wandering through the portal. So I guess we'll have to keep tabs and see what ends up happening. And then here you could see too that you can choose the types of food. So I think everything's probably turned on by default, but there's a lot of different food. And of course, there's a lot of extra things from some of the mods that we have installed on here. But of course, we'll leave everything on. And you can see a tasks list there. There is no option to assign a guard into the Nether, unfortunately, which I think I probably would if we could, just, to have like an extra security, because it looks like he's going to be doing his own battling in the Nether since he has a sword and that. So I'm interested to see what he comes back with. I'm not sure, if he comes back. I'm presuming he comes back like at the end of the day, and goes to sleep like all of our other colonists, I would think. I'm not sure. So I will do an update in the next video here on here, because we'll probably get this upgraded, relatively quickly so we can get some better goods from the Nether as well. So, but yeah, I think we're going to leave it here for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please consider dropping a like down below. It really does help out the channel a lot. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does help the channel out a lot. And, if you're interested, we do have a Discord. The invitation is in the About Me on YouTube, so please feel free to hop on over there as well. We'll be back in the week with another episode. So until then, take care. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.